legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the visiting squad as they go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Checking out Oklahoma City, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And the topic here prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play and calling plays. They're going up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first thing I saw was him grab the ball coast to coast in the All-American game. That's what players want to do and people want to see.
You know, that was a great example, Kenny, but towards the end of my career and most of my career, I was honestly more of a half-court player. I was pretty fast for my size, but my strength was my biggest edge. In the half-court, barbecue chicken alert. I had to put that work in, Ernie.
That about wraps it up for here. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again later.
That's the fifth barbecue chicken alert.
Let's meet your Oklahoma City Thunder starting lineup. Man in the middle, standing 6'11", number 11, Enes Kanter. At the power forward position, at 6'9", number 34, Terry Cummings. And at guard, 6'3" from UCLA, number 0, Russell Westbrook. Forward 6'9" from Texas, number 35, Kevin Durant. At the point, standing 6'2", number 44, Jerry West. The head coach of your home team. Ladies and gentlemen, your Oklahoma City Thunder.
It's an interconference contest here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder play one at home. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. They've definitely started the season right with a hot start.
And this is the first game of a real short road trip for them, so we'll see how their first one goes.
Yeah, being as short a trip as it is, guys will win tonight, and they can already call the trip a productive one, no matter what happens the rest of the way.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with LeBron James. Then there's West. Then there's Bird. And it's Iverson in at the 2. Abdul-Jabbar kicks it to West. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Westbrook.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. He's off on the first. So he comes up empty at the line.
Well, I tell you what, guys, last season the Thunder were fantastic on the glass. I mean, they started out as a great rebounding team and got even better after their trades.
He dishes it to Cummings. The shot misses. Iverson with some nice D, and it's good.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Great D that time from Cummings.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
And stolen by Iverson. Here's the break. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back.
Last season, the Oklahoma City Thunder led the entire NBA in rebounding. Greg, they did well on both ends. First in the league in offensive rebounds and second in defensive.
And Kevin, the thing that sticks out for me, for OKC, everybody rebounds. The guards, the bigs, the wings. It really has a huge impact and allows you to have that many more possessions. So if this team is healthy, watch out. Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to talk with Billy Donovan for a moment. There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
I really hope he doesn't try that move again. It worked the one time, but he's not the guy to be working the crossover.
West against Westbrook. Goes up to the stripe. No good off the front iron.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's Bird. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Great play by Bird to set it up. And it's all knotted up.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
West dishes to Durant. Releases from 15. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the rebound.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Picked by Cummings. Durant attacking. High post try. Cummings can't hit.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
James, no luck. Oklahoma City shooting just about an even 40% to start. Puts it up from 12. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him. You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Baca comes in for Cummings. Anthony Morrow's checked in for West. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that, Greg, the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
And the basket by Morrow.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Robertson passes to Abdul-Jabbar. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lanes. We've got some rims to wrap.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam.
Strong interior move. Aggressive, assertive, and effective.
Here's Durant. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Washington Wizards.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience. Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Irving drives in, battles through traffic and lays it in. Irving's got his first bucket in this one.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to